Napoli have now built up an 8-point gap in Serie A, at the top of Serie A, following the 2-0 win against Empoli. Gab, Osimhen didn't score, but he did get a penalty. He did win a penalty.
He did get a penalty, which he left to Chucky Lozano to take, because of course, this is. I think it speaks to. I don't know, because Osimhen's taken some, Lozano's taken others. I think Zielinski's taken penalties too.
Yeah.
Zielinski scoring the second in this game. The penalty was kind of bogus. But on balance, I thought they deserved to win the game. It's an incredible run. I think in the last 14 games, they lost to Liverpool, won every other game. They're in a good place.
Roma drew with Sassuolo 1-1 on Wednesday night. Gab, and Jose Mourinho was not happy, especially with one single player.
Yeah, I have never seen we've seen Mourinho at times be critical of players and so on. But in fact, no, I have seen it before. And it was your buddy Gerard Julien picking on David Ginola after France failed to qualify for the '94 World Cup. But you know what? That was like nearly 30 years ago. Yeah. This is extremely rare. He came out and he said, "Oh, everybody on the team was pulling together. Everybody was showing unity, except for one guy." Now, obviously,
say who he is, but we all know.
He didn't say who it is. Everybody's assuming he's referring to Rick Karstorp, who was poor in this game, and also who, at the weekend after the Lazio defeat in the derby, when all the Roma players went, this ritual that they have in Italy and in Germany too, after the game, you go under the curva where the ultras are, and you either soak up the applause if you've done well, or you take the abuse, or you apologize. Right? People say it's a stupid ritual, whatever it is. Karsdorp wasn't there for that. Mourinho actually said, "Oh, I've already told him to go find himself a new club in January." It's pretty extreme. Again, you have to put your faith in Mourinho that he knows what buttons to push. But again, not something you see every day of the week.
No. Inter bounced back from the defeat to Juventus with a 6-1. That's right, 6-1 win against Bologna. And Gab, Simone Inzaghi has a way of averting a full-blown crisis. Sorry.
Yeah, and the way is just play Bologna, because I think they scored the last time they had scored 6. They were playing Bologna as well.
Really? Wow.
They went a goal down in this game to one of the... And go on YouTube and check this out, because it is one of the luckiest own goals. It wasn't an own goal, but the Bologna guy shot it. It hits Lico Yannis, takes a weird trajectory into the back of the net. And this is when you wonder, Inter coming off the feet. But look, I said against Juve. They weren't bad against Juve. They played well. Yeah. I think Simone Inzaghi, I don't know how he does it, because Inter's a zoo, but he has a way of keeping things calm. He has a way... This feels, dare I say, more like a team mentally than...
good by Dzeko as well. Wow.
Dzeko. I thought you appreciated the attackers. And 2 goals as well for my boy, Fede Di Marco.
Milan are held by Cremonese 0-0 as Stefano Pioli makes a lot of changes. Gab, drop points like this could cost them the title, though, and maybe more than that.
They definitely could. They missed Olivier Giroud in this game. He was obviously suspended for taking off his shirt.
Celebration.
He felt so bad, poor guy. What I will say before people get all doom and gloom about them being 8 points behind Napoli is Milan won the title last season, correct?
Yeah.
Last season at this stage, they had 32 points.
Yeah.
This season, they have 30 points. So I don't know if it's so much a case that suddenly they
were not 8 points behind someone who was flying last season.
Yeah, but they can't control that.
No,
they could have controlled. They could have beaten Napoli when they played them, and they didn't.
I know.
But you see what I'm saying? Yeah. If you assume Napoli are going to slow down, Milan kick it up a notch, then they're back in the race. I don't think it's quite as OTT as some people make it out.
Maybe. Atalanta make a bunch of changes and lose at Lecce 2-1, dropping down to 5th now. But Gab, I want to ask you about their highly rated central defender, Caleb Okoli.
So the interesting thing is, we are turning into France in Italy, and look, this is a natural thing with immigration patterns and stuff like that. Caleb Okoli is of Nigerian descent. He was born in Italy. He was raised in Italy. He's Italian. He's played at youth level right up to the under-21s for Italy. He's a very good central defender. Mm-hmm. He has not yet been capped by Roberto Mancini. Obviously won't be capped at the World Cup. I think you know why.
It's a shame.
So Nigeria gets on the phone. This is what happens. It's funny because people made a parallel between this and Christian Volpato, who plays for Roma, whose parents are Australian, or who's also Australian. His parents are of Italian descent, so he has an Italian passport. And he too is like, he got a call from Australia. Do you want to go to the World Cup and so on, which annoyed Mourinho apparently. I find it interesting about the world we're in that here we have the son of Italian immigrants to Australia, who's in a sort of has to decide between nations. And here we have another guy who's deciding between nations, who is a son of Nigerian.
Welcome to my world. You know, this is
welcome to France. Right?
I know, the dilemma is there.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.